So just waiting for Fiji and France to make their way out into the glorious sunshine. Pool A action. Here are the starting 7 for Fiji. A lot of big names there. Number 8, Kalunasau. Hasn't he been a great warrior for the Flying Fijians? Osea Kalunasau, his 35th tournament. And number 9, Jerry Tuwai, only his 2nd. He made his debut on the Gold Coast, and it was a sensational debut for him, as you can imagine. They just have this production line. They've lost a couple of players since the Gold Coast, but a very strong lineup indeed. And the French have a lot of experience. Vincent Daniel, the 32-year-old, is their captain, his 30th tournament. So it's Fiji, the defending champions, on the right, up against France. What are your thoughts about this one, Carl?
Well, a very interesting one for me, Greg, because the French team are a side that are very physical, and they can really match this Fijian team with their flair. Can be sometimes dominated by a team that will challenge them up front.
The referee for this Pool A encounter is Ben Krause from South Africa. The Fijians, coached by former England mentor Ben Ryan, is loving his time in the Pacific Islands, and he has his team very fit indeed.
Captain White, good.
Getting us underway is the captain, Osea Kalunasau, kicking off for Fiji. And it's knocked back, and the bounce is good for France, but it actually came off one of the French players, so unlucky there.
Very unlucky, but a great kick-off there by Kalunasau into the sun too, so making it all more difficult for both teams. But the French already some big units in their front row, so challenging there, but great attacking opportunity for Fiji first up.
Fine. Set.
So an early scrum inside France territory, and there's some pressure from the French. Good work there, forcing the mistake.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Greg. The French team, that's the only way they can compete with the Fijians, is trying to stand up to them front to front and be a bully, play that role, and try and cause turnovers such as that at the set piece.
Bind. Set.
The veteran Julian Candelon putting it into the scrum, and so let's see what the French can do as they try and get on the outside, but no real problem there for the Fiji defence. Katonambao just ghosting across to shut his man down. In the go. 10-metre mark, still in French territory. Looking for a switch on the left-hand side, but great defence again from Fiji. Malua. This is Verimi Vakatawa, the Fijian-born representative in the French team. They pop up everywhere in World Rugby. Now, the Linya. Got the pass away. Good tackle from Domalai, but it's still there for France. And now the turnover. Right on halfway, and this is where they can be very dangerous. First real opportunity, and it is a try to Fiji, and it's through the man that made his debut on the Gold Coast, Jerry Tuwai.
Well, it all come down to that strong defensive effort there from Fiji. The French team went to the side where the captain is, but this kid was so outstanding in the Gold Coast only a couple months ago, Jerry Tuwai, and he started this tournament again on fire. Perfect start for Fiji.
And there's the action of Tuwai. Opening try in this Pool A encounter. No problem at all. Conversion was successful, so it is 7-0 Fiji over France. Kalunasau just going to 10, and that's good work, and that ball there was forward. Gee, they could have been away again, Carl.
Well, they look a very settled unit at the moment, do the Fijians. Again from the kickoff, great work from Katonambao, the top tackler in the competition on the circuit. Just love when they're in this mood, Greg.
Wait.
What I like about the Fijians is if there is a half break, there's usually options with the support players.
Set. Don't push.
So Candalon. Can they hit back? That's scrappy, cleaned up by Candalon. There's no way through the middle there. Pedley going against Fiji this time.
One hand.
They still haven't been able to get outside their own territory. Wakatawa, big defence there.
No, leave it.
Good skill there with the boot, but then Daniel couldn't control it. So Fiji, if they can get some quick ball, they'll attack on the left, and now they get the penalty to set up
Side engine.
some play again. Set play. Tuai just strolls towards them and then puts on some footwork, and the offload is good. Veramalua reads it out now. Kunatani, and over on the far side it is the captain, Osia Kulinasau. 72nd try in the HSBC Sevens World Series. Typical Fiji.
The one thing that's really stinging the French team at the moment is the offloads from the Fijians. You see there, Jerry Tuai made the initial incision and the awareness of space, and this guy, well, for me, Greg, at the moment, he is the best player on the planet in the men's division. Osia Kulinasau.
The man from Suba. No problem with the conversion, so 14 points to nil. Very handy start by the defending champions. Up very early on match day. Swimming into the ice bath. Ben Ryan just wants to make sure that they are awake early on day one.
I've never met a Fijian that liked any ice bath ever, so... But that's the thing with this Fijian team at the moment, Greg. For me, they just look like a different unit under Ben Ryan.
Lost forward by France, so they haven't been able to get out of their territory, the French.
Yeah, and this will come down to the defence of the Fijian team. Every time the French team have had the ball,
No push.
the Fijians are just suffocating them at the moment. For me, the French got to play it slow. They're not going to run around the team in white, so they need to go to the set piece, need to keep it slow, need to keep close.
Bind. Set.
Great opportunity again for Fiji as they go out to the right wing. Rawafa cutting back in field and offloading. Katonambao, Kunatani, Veramalua. Wide they go. Domalailai dummying out to his captain. A standing start. They're not going to rein him in. So he's got a double already. Osea Kulinasau.
What's impressive about that is the Fijians are just trying to look for the individual mismatch, and they get it finally on the edge of the field, and just easy football. There was no late cuts, there was nothing too much going on, but the offloads again, you can see there, Domalailai draws in two defenders. That's what makes the space on the outside, and well, this guy from a standing start was always going to beat a forward.
Yeah, John Baptiste Mazaway. There's a no contest. A big forward on Kulinasau. Look at that scoreline already. Conversion successful. 21 points to nil as the halftime siren sounds at Dubai. Try scoring machine. That one's out on the full though. So that will be the end of the first 7 minutes. And so far so good for the defending champions from Dubai. Last year, Fiji leading 21-0 over France.
I can tell you, personal experience, the first game is always the hardest. The lungs will be burning, the bottle will be burning. But at the moment, the Fijian team dominating this game because they've had all the ball. And I'd say Coach Ben Ryan being pretty happy at the half.
Les gars, j'ai juste deux choses à vous dire. 3 ballons perdus, 3 essais. C'est tout. Arriver à conserver. Juste à conserver. D'accord? Juste à conserver le ballon un peu plus. Ils sont fautifs. Ils vont se faire siffler. Et pour qu'ils se fassent siffler, il faut tenir un peu plus avec la balle. Ça, c'est le premier point. Et le deuxième point, c'est juste un souvenir. Rappelez-vous à Tokyo, les gars.
We win the ball and all you care about is the next piece of play. Okay? Okay? Just one final thing. When they're attacking, they're running a little bit into, they're using the referee as a shield. So just make sure we go forward. There's been a couple of times that we've over-chased and slipped over. Go forward, Talanoa. Set.
Ben Ryan, he's really settled into the role as Fiji coach. Very cool, calm, collected. Doesn't overcomplicate things.
That's it. And, I've been very impressed since I've been over. I was over in Fiji just recently, and he's involved himself in the culture with the lads, and they've bought into it. I think that's why they're playing for him. That's a secret as a coach. You've got to get buy-in from your players, and he's done it so well since coming over from England. But very impressed with Ben Ryan. Frederick Pomodoro had a few choice words to say in French too. He'll be saying, just get the ball and have a go, lads.
Second half underway, and it is Fiji leading 3 converted tries to 0, and they have more possession. Kolenasau scored 2 in the first. It's Fijian on Fijian out here. Remember that Vakatawa is also a Fijian, but have a look at the pace now of Rawatha. Rawatha, they got to him, but they couldn't bring him down. Tamalapa Rawatha, his 4th try in the series, made his debut on the Gold Coast, and he's full of confidence and full of running.
And that's fully not fair, is it? Physically, Rawatha, oh, a big man running that fast, shouldn't be able to do that. Look at him there. What a sight to see an athlete in full flight, a big man holding the ball in the right hand. Impressive.
There's another 2 points as well. Conversion is good, so 28 points to 0. Little Terry Burawa got there in cover, but just couldn't complete the tackle. He's 23 years of age, Rawatha. Kolenasau kicking off. Remember, the team that scores kicks off, and it's gone backwards, and so it's an easy try for Asaki Katonambau. Heartbreak for, well, in fact, he's going to hand it over now to Ravovo. So I'm not sure if the coach is pretty happy with that, but anyway, he handed a try to Ravovo. He'll take the 5-pointers. Look at this, Carl.
Up in the air. They thought it was a knock-on. I think the French team, they were waiting for the referee to blow up. Play by Kunatani, the man for Yamathea in the Nandi province, went to his village just recently. He's the one that knocked that ball back. And that's reward for some support play for the new man, the replacement Ravovo. But good work there from the Fijians from the kickoff.
Yeah, do it.
Timi Ravovo. The French, they just can't get their hands on the ball. Knock back this time. Almost set up again for Semi Kunatani. And they turn it over anyway. Kolenasau out to Rawatha. Cuts back in field. The tackle is good that time from Vakatawa. The penalty goes to Fiji. Taken very quickly. Kolenasau gets the fen going. They're lining up out wide. They offload. The double round is good. And Yasa Varamalua scores the try. Fiji at their best.
Yeah, Varamalua is going to get his name on the score sheet. We could easily rub it out. Put the man in jersey number 2, Semi Kunatani's name down. His offload was the one that created the space on the outside. You watch it here. He takes it into contact. Puts the right arm fen. Jaws in another defender. They wrap. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Jaws in 3, in fact. So you're always going to have an overlap somewhere. Well, this guy has the easiest put down in this game, but very, very impressed with Fiji.
So that one is away, the conversion attempt, but still with 3 minutes to go. It's one-way traffic. Sits up and it's knocked back, and getting one hand to it on that occasion was Nosonu Rocco, the 34-year-old, who's back in the team. Ben Ryan calls him Mr. Fantastic. Don't worry about being 34 years of age.
He had 124 tries too, so the top try scorer for Fiji, Rocco. No wonder he brought him back. I've been very impressed. Each time Fiji have gone into the 22, 7 times in fact, they come away with 6 tries.
Playing the man, leave it.
So France, can they get on the score sheet? Good support play over on the far side. Going to go back on the inside. Now there's a little bit of desperation in their play. Good double round. Picking up now is Perez, and over it goes to Delinia. 1-on-1. He cuts back on the inside. He's taken ball and all by Vera Malua. He's very close to the line. And there it is. France finally on the score sheet. And the try goes to Jean-Baptiste Gobelin, the 32-year-old.
Well, finally just showing what they can do when they get possession. That's been the secret. They've had no ball to play with whatsoever, the French team. Initial incision was down the left-hand side of the field, but they were lined up nicely on this right side. You can see the numbers. They passed it through. They get it to the edge. Well, this guy took it forward with a lot of intention there. Enigma, and then finally the numbers weighed there. Everyone was doing their right core responsibilities, and it was easy put down there for Gobelin.
Conversion successful. 40 points to 7 now. Fiji in control as France kick off. Palinisau takes it, claimed immediately by Janet, but the offload was good, and now they put the foot on the gas, and the support play on the inside is very good indeed. Now Sila, away he goes, turning on a show in Dubai on day one. The flying Fijians, the cousin of dual international Lottie Takiri. Emanoni Sila.
Well, he's got some good pedigree then, hasn't he? The number 6 for Fiji. You watch him here just stride in out, and they can just turn on a dime. Any of these players from Fiji puts the head down, says, I'll get it to second gear, I suppose, and just strides it out. But very impressive. When you've got a big score line as they got at the moment, then you can introduce some of these players into the tournament, and that's what they've done here in this game 1 Fiji.
Knockbacks. And so France just trying to get something going here, but now there was a obstruction, and so all of a sudden the penalty goes to Fiji right on the stroke of full time. Good stepping again and good offloading. French is trying to hold him up. It's going to come back though for Fiji, so they're still alive. No, it's a turnover for France. So will they have the final say after the hooter? Sobade goes to ground. Oh, there's a mistake, and it's picked up brilliantly. They won't need support, and running away is Johnny Ngorowarua. He is on debut. He's got his first try in the HSBC Sevens World Series. Try time, Fiji, and they bring up a half-century. Ominous signs for the other 15 teams at Dubai 2014.
I'll just come down to defensive pressure again. Just the ball a little bit in front. It needs to be taken at a long setup. It's the easy left-hand pickup and too tough to stop. Well, Fiji off to a flying start, to say the least.
So full time after the successful conversion attempt. Fiji 54-7 over France. Let's have a look at some of the match facts. Tackles completed. Not much there, but look at those missed tackles. 7 from France.
Yeah, it's probably the one for me that really stood out in this game. You can't allow the Fijian teams to run at any stage whatsoever, but you've got to have defence at the strongest, and that's what the French didn't do. And Fiji, well, they ran amok.
Leading tacklers, Vera Malua, Nomalai, Katonabau for Fiji. There's away Delinia Buraoa for France. Plenty of ball carries. And the line breaks Skalinas out 2. And he scored 2 tries as well. No joy for France in their first encounter, but a lot to like about the Flying Fijians. Their defence of the Dubai Sevens well and truly underway.